Um...
"4,000 years ago, somewhere on the plains of Central Asia, a man captured a falcon. To test her predatory spirit, he tamed her, fed her, and then set her free. In search of prey, she soared higher and higher. From far above the clouds, she spotted her quarry and made her kill. But then she did not fly away from the man. Instead, she shared her catch with him. On this occasion, long ago, was born the art and science of falconry." Throughout history, falcons were held in great esteem by nomadic hunters, the privileged classes, and royalty. The art of falconry rose in popularity from antiquity to the Middle Ages, when its influence spilled over into daily life and politics. Laws were created to regulate falconry. Stealing a falcon became punishable by death. In many instances, kings and princes were so preoccupied with falconry that they neglected their official duties. Even as recently as the 18th century in Persia, falconers swore on their lives to protect a sheikh's falcons from misfortune. So prominent and so prevalent has been the art of falconry that it has undeniably influenced the course of history. Why were men willing to go to such lengths and make such sacrifices in the name of falconry? What sparks the admiration we feel for falcons? What is the irresistible force that compels men to hunt with them? Over the years, falconry has had its moments of glory and periods of decline. Yet the desire to hunt with a falcon has never disappeared. Today, falconry is a popular international pursuit practiced around the world, But despite its long history and current resurgence in popularity, we know surprisingly little about this remarkable art. Our story is an epic journey through time and place in search of an answer. Why has this complex and enigmatic association between man and bird existed throughout history? Our story is also that of Eric, a falconer who has arrived in the Canadian Arctic with one desire: to find and fly a gerfalcon. The Middle Ages are considered to be the golden age of falconry. Its importance is demonstrated in the many depictions of falcons in the Bayeux Tapestry, a 70-meter-long masterpiece telling the story of the invasion of England in 1066 by William the Conqueror. Even in times of war, falconry was a form of entertainment for the warring kings between battles. Shortly after the Bayeux Tapestry was completed, the Crusades began, bringing Europeans into contact with the Arab world. The two sides discovered that they shared a passion for falconry. From the Saracens, European falconers adopted the technique of hooding the falcon, which revolutionized falconry. The practice of falconry in medieval times was governed by very strict laws. In the Castrum of Ghent, in St. Bavon's Cathedral in Belgium, stands a statue that represents a nobleman who lived in the 7th century. Legend has it that Bavon, a keen hunter, was accused of stealing a white falcon and condemned to death. Just as he was about to be executed, the missing falcon appeared in the sky, proving him innocent and saving his life. Later, he became a saint, the patron saint of falconers. The definitive manuscript on falconry is De Arte Venandicum Avibus. It was created in 1247 by Frederick II, King of Germany and Sicily and Holy Roman Emperor. This highly educated scholar was one of the greatest falconers in history. Even today, his richly illustrated manuscript is considered to be the authoritative account of the art of falconry. In his book, Frederick II covers topics like training falcons, hunting for various quarry, and falcon husbandry. A man of great vision, Frederick wished to pass on his knowledge of this art to future generations of falconers.
That is all for today. You may leave now.
Please forgive me, most noble Emperor. May I ask a question? Tell me, please, Your Highness, what has driven you in this work? What is it that has led you to this undertaking, has pushed you to write such a tremendous manuscript as this one?
Sometimes I feel there is no one left here to whom I may lecture on falcons. On those pages you just scrolled for me, simply, I talk to myself. Here, I can define my thoughts, my observations. On those pages, I am able to formulate my knowledge. I will vanish, as we all do, but the art of falconry will stay alive, as long as the falcons fly. After all, this art is a love, and love Love is eternal. Arte venandi cum avibus. This shall be the name of my book.
De arte venandi cum avibus.
The falcon's spirit is different from man's. It is unconstrained, self-reliant, and usually stronger than ours. She has no self-pity, no fear. That is why we admire her so. Even on the brink of death, her spirit remains intact. It is almost like a tangible aura. Contact with such a spirit enhances, inspires, and strengthens our own through example and affiliation. If you wish to trap a falcon, respect her wildness and capture her with care. Never break her spirit. When you see her on a kill, flush her gently. You must not rush. Move slowly, like another creature just passing by. When you near her, she will fly and watch you from a distance. When the moment is right, she will return. She is loath to lose her kill. Set a very fine net over her catch, brown for fields, white on snow. Then secure the net well, so when she becomes entangled, she cannot fly away. Then you must leave and wait.
Come on, Herman. Move.
For falconers, patience is a virtue. While waiting for the gerfalcon to return, Eric reads about ancient methods of hunting for waterfowl. De arte venandi cum avibus, written so many centuries ago, has lost none of its relevance today.
There are various localities in which man is in habit of hawking duck. Among them we find small pools of still water and slowly winding brooks. First of all, we must mention that a prerequisite for this activity is that the body of water must not be too big, for ducks pressed under a falcon would seek refuge in this environment and be difficult to flush. There are various localities in which man is in habit of hawking duck. First of all, we must mention
We've got our bird.
Although trapping of wild young falcons is legal and practiced in many countries, a lot of raptors are now raised in captivity. In fact, the main purpose of captive breeding programs is to supply birds for falconers. With a well-established network of breeders, enough birds are raised in captivity that they can entirely support the demand of falconers. These young falcons have never known life in the wild. They were bred by John Hitchmo at his falcon breeding farm. On a farm this size, it is possible to produce more falcons than the entire Queen Charlotte Islands, the Canadian archipelago known to have the highest concentration of wild peregrine falcons in the world. As a result of captive breeding, the purchase price of a good hunting falcon has dropped to an average of $1,500, making illegal trade in falcons no longer profitable. Despite the sophisticated technology available, it seems that an old-fashioned form of incubation is still very helpful. Specially bred hens incubate the falcon eggs for the first few days. Then the eggs are placed in incubators. The combination of these two methods has proven more successful than using the incubators only. Here in this vast complex of aviaries, young falcons are raised. Some hatched in incubators have already been placed with foster parents. They are placed with young that were hatched naturally by adult falcons. This prevents them from being imprinted to humans, a process